Hello. I am a map maker. Now, maps have historically been used to document large regions in our world, countries, cities, and universities, and to show the relationship of how places, landmarks, and transportation networks connect our surroundings. But more and more we're hearing about these innovative ways that maps are being used, like for mapping the human genome and mapping the brain. So this concept of a map has evolved from a simple hand-drawn representation of a place to something phenomenally more powerful to visualize information. And as more and more information is being mapped in our world, the geospatial technologies that consume and share this information, they're also evolving and literally changing the way we can interact with our world. I was first introduced to geospatial technologies 20 years ago. I was hiking in Alaska. I was fully fitted out with all my winter garb. I had my snowshoes on, ski poles, and I thought I was ready. But then a snowstorm came in, and we couldn't see 10 feet in either direction. Now, this is a problem when you're on terrain that you can easily walk off of because you can't see it. My partner had a GPS device, and he taught me how to use it, and we relied on it. We made decisions from it. And that moment, that experience, it changed my life because it inspired me to want to learn about this technology. And what I learned was that that device, it wasn't showing a hand-drawn map. It was showing data that was developed from a database, GIS. And today, I make maps for the University of Kentucky. And we make a lot of maps. And our data is stored in GIS. Now, our maps are used for navigation, but they're also used for analyzing our physical environment and the immense amount of information that can connect to it. The University of Kentucky is a pretty large campus. It's almost like a city, really. We manage our own utilities. We have our own police department. We even have 3 hospitals on our main campus. So to be able to visualize and analyze and consume all of our campus information quickly, and by using multiple technologies, we are able to make better decisions. Now, one of the obstacles with working with geospatial technologies is that they are rapidly evolving. 10 years ago, we could hardly pull up our 400 buildings on a PC, yet today they load on a mobile device. Aerial photography, it used to be 1-foot resolution. Today it's 1 inch. And oblique imagery is literally changing the way that we can interact with a photo. 3D technologies are also expanding the way that we can interact with our information. So what was once a dream is now a reality. But we can do more. GIS is relied on for navigation, right? We've all become pretty much accustomed to getting turn-by-turn directions. Well, what do you do if you're on foot, right? What if you need to give someone directions and to take a right on a sidewalk, but sidewalks don't have names? Well, GIS can be used, and is used, for sidewalk routing. But it's the more powerful use of this technology is that it can pull in all the features that are along any given route. So now we can do things like accessible routing that omits stairs and only lead to accessible doors. The sidewalk routing, well, that's new terrain for GIS navigation. But the next frontier is routing through buildings and across floors, right? And there's a movement today of like-minded GIS professionals that are passionate about solving this particular complex challenge. So we can do more, right? We can analyze our classroom utilization to see how it affects student enrollment. We can visualize building efficiency for effective campus planning. And we can now start seeing the relationships and the patterns across our data that couldn't be seen before. We can analyze our interior space and examine our buildings and their multiple life cycles through multiple phases of construction. This technology, GIS, allows you to pull information together, consume it, and to package it up into one single interface. Yet, the technology alone does not provide the solutions we need. That takes people. It takes innovative people, problem solvers. It takes people that are willing to take risks and that understand that failure is part of the process that leads to success. And it takes collaborating, sharing information, exchanging ideas, and working together to develop these strategies, because only by working together can we do more. See change. That is not only the theme of today's conference, that's what GIS does best. Seeing change rapidly. Together we have the ability to shape our future by investing in technologies that not only allow us to see change and analyze change, but to plan for it. Because with GIS, we can do more. Thank you.